CIS-275 Advanced Testing Concepts. Today is Wednesday, May 9th, if I got my dates right. We worked a combination table with pairwise, and the example we used today was if a piece of software was going to allow us to do a survey and we were going to collect gender, age, and region. What we did was I gave some limitations. I said gender is going to be male or female, age was going to be greater than 20, and it had to be a whole number. And then we had West Coast, East Coast, and Midwest. All of those related back to the region. And so I said if somebody was at no status, they haven't selected anything yet, they could select the female or they could select the male. And then the students came up with the range here. Actually, they looked at the how far each way, looked at the boundaries of what this would be. So somebody could select 21, and then the students came up with 103. Not sure why that number, but they came up with 103. So we said 61 was in the middle. So we made that decision in terms of age. Age now, we were going to use 21, 61, and 103. So we're going to use that range. Actually, just those three values, and then those three values. So the students picked age to come down the side first, and then we picked regions, because that was the next most. So we have west, west, west. Then we had the ages, east coast, east coast, east coast. And then we had the ages Midwest, Midwest, and Midwest. And then we went to our third criteria, gender. So our third parameter is gender, and the values are male and female. Get it? When they talk about the parameter and the values. And then we went male and female, so now we have a 21-year-old West Coast male, 61-year-old West Coast female. Then we went 103-year-old West Coast, we went back to male. Okay, so West Coast male is covered, 103-year-old male is covered, 61-year-old female is covered, 21-year-old male is covered. Now we have 21-year-old East Coast, and we went with female. So now 21 pairwise with female, we have 21 pairwise with male. So we have both of those covered. 61-year-old East Coast, we know we have all the regions and genders covered. And then here we set a male. So we got a 103, or excuse me, a 61 with a male, 61 with a female. 103, we have the regions all covered. So now we have a 103 with a female, 103 with a male. Okay, and we have a 21-year-old Midwest with a male. So now we have the Midwest covered with the male. And we had the 21-year-old was already covered with the male, but the Midwest wasn't. So that's covered with the male. Right there. 61-year-old Midwest is covered with the female, and the 61-year-old was already covered with the male. So we're good there. And so then here at the end, we have 103 with a Midwest. We had to have that pairwise. That's the only one occurrence of that. And then the female here was optional. Now, I did a little bit of assumption work here. I picked female. When I had a choice, I could pick either male or female because I assumed there were going to be more females. So then my test would cover a better data set. All right, so that's our combination table, pairwise. Okay? And then we went ahead and did a data flow diagram, and we just got it started. So we have the in, and then we have no status, and I've got to fill in the events, so forth here. and then the students said, we're going to select gender. We picked male. Select age. We 61. Select region, Midwest. And then down here we have our terminator. So you can see that that is not complete. That's not complete. And we're going to come back to this tomorrow. Come back to this, and then we'll actually go into, tomorrow we'll extend our example to clean room tables and invert it too. We'll look at the invert tomorrow. And we'll kind of finish up all of the review tomorrow and maybe touch a little bit upon ad hoc and so forth. And then Friday is going to be a work day, and we'll start a little bit later on Friday. So that's it for today.